Yo, welcome back everybody. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the T-Mobile 5G home internet from T-Mobile that they offer. Is a relatively newer service. It's pretty much different from all the other kinds of internets like the coax and the fiber. There's no like cable involved. It's pretty different and newer technology. Gonna be giving my honest opinion on it, whether I recommend it or not. I've had the service for a good month and a half, 2 months, and whether I recommend it, pros and cons, whether this service might benefit you, the price, and we're just gonna go through the whole thing. First things first, if you could give the video a thumbs up, helps out the video a lot. And yeah, so first thing first is I think the price. I think that's pretty much the most important thing is the price. Is it a good deal? I think that it's an alright deal. If you are a T-Mobile customer, you actually do get a little bit of a benefit here. So I'm gonna pull it up here on their website. So it's kind of advertised as $30 a month, which is kind of not true if you really dive deep in it. You do get a few little perks here, but we'll go through that in a second. So when we go through browse plans, there's the $30 and $50 a month if you already are a T-Mobile customer. So let's say you already have it as your phone service provider, then that's gonna be the prices. But if you don't, then your prices are actually gonna bump up a little bit, and it's gonna be 50 for the regular one and then 70 for the home internet plus, which is the one I got. The really only big difference is just the router, and then you get that access point for, like, let's say a dead spot in your house. It really does help out, but pretty much the speeds are pretty much the same. Here the advertisement, it says for the regular unlimited data and 5G, and then for this one it says high performance 5G, which we'll get into that in a second. I think their service is not the best. If I'm just be straight up honest, it cuts off a lot on and off. Like, let's say during the day, it would just randomly cut off, and I think that's the biggest con of it from my personal take. There is some good pros, like the price. Let's say you're already a T-Mobile customer, then it could be a decent price, especially the regular one, $30 a month. You usually are getting about 75 to 200 megabytes per second. That's what it says right there. Typical download speed 72 to 245, and upload speed is 15 to 31, and the latency is 19 to 37, which I guess is all right. Probably you should compare it to any other service that you have in your area. Kind of shop around, see what the speed difference to the price ratio is. Kind of see the best deal that you could get in your area. Because for my area, they don't offer fiber. Really, is only Xfinity, AT&T, and now this T-Mobile 5G. So not too much competition here in my area, but I know for a lot of other areas there is more, like Verizon and other companies that I haven't heard of. So just shop around in your area. Another few perks that they do got is no annual contract, price lock. It is a pretty easy setup. You literally just plug it in, and then you put it on a window, like a upstairs on a window, since it is kind of connecting to like a satellite or signal, one of those satellite 5G stations. You want to have it on a window, and that's it. You just do it through the app, and pretty easy setup. Takes about 15 minutes, 30 minutes to set up. And then the other good thing is you do get 15-day trial. So let's say you don't like it, you just return it, and that's it. I mean, you don't pay anything for it, so you get 2 weeks. And I guess that's pretty cool. And that's really all the perks that they got. I see also they have like a $200 thing, which I don't really know how those thing works. This right here, get the $200 when you sign up. I don't know how that works. I think the price lock is cool. So let's say eventually they put up their price. You know how companies are. They change their price. Due to inflation or whatever. Then you'll actually get that last month for free. And if you decide to pay the new price, then that's up to you. But I think the bundle is good, especially if you're a T-Mobile user. You do get a better deal. For internet only, it is a little bit more expensive, 50, 70. Like I said, this is the one that I have, and my personal speeds, I get 200 download and about 20 to 25 upload when I'm close to the Wi-Fi. and through LAN cable. And I want to talk about that access point, which let me show you real quick. It's kind of like one of those Wi-Fi extenders ranges thing. This comes only on the Home Internet Plus, and it does help. It actually really did help. So I put it like in the downstairs living room window area, and I went all the way down to the basement, all the way in the corner, in that weak spot. Especially if you have a bigger house, I probably recommend getting the Home Internet Plus. You get the mesh access point, and it helps out in those weak spots of the other side of the house. And I checked the speeds, and before I was only getting like I marked it down here, 50 to 60 download and like 10 through 15 upload. And when I put the access point, I went all the way to the corner, like super far, and I got back up to 200 download and 15 upload speed, which I know the upload speed is never ever good in my area. So maybe for your area, you might be getting 500 uploads. So like I said, check your area. But my honest opinion, this really is only a good service if you live in a 5G area. So let's say you live in a big city where there's 5G basically everywhere, then this probably actually might be a good service. But if you live somewhere out, no 5G area, it's not gonna be a good service. And even me, I live relatively close to Chicago, and you know, on the map coverage area, it says that I do get good coverage, and that's simply not the case. I mean, it does disconnect a lot every single day, and personally, I am gonna be canceling it. I actually went back to Xfinity already. I got the little old one right here, the old Xfinity one. Went back to that one because this one was unreliable, bro. It will always cut off every single day for at least 30 to 45 minutes, even up to an hour, a few times a day, every single day. At first, I was like, oh, maybe it's just, you know, random. But no, it does happen a lot. Let's say watching TV downstairs or just scrolling on my phone, everything just stops. It literally just cuts off service for a little bit and then eventually comes back up. But that's really the only the biggest con for me. The service literally would just cut off randomly. And they said it could because of your router. But I've also seen, you know, there's also people that kind of have the same issue, lower speeds. It all really depends on your area if you have good 5G connection in your area. Oh, one last thing I do want to mention. I've seen that you actually can make this service like really good. So here on the actual below of the router, I don't know if you guys see, it says antenna. You see those 4 antenna plugs, and then you get 2 Ethernets, USB-C. So those 4 antenna plugs, you can actually hook up like an actual antenna, hook it up in there through the window and put it like on the roof of your house to get really good connection. I doubt, you know, a lot of people are going to be doing that, but that is possible there, and I actually think that's kind of cool. And I've seen people get really good speeds, like double, triple their speeds from doing that. So if that's something that kind of interests you, you know, kind of have like an antenna-ish connection, that it could be a good thing. And that's really all I got to mention. Do I recommend the service? Only if you're in a 5G city area. Even me, like I said, I'm close to Chicago, and it cuts off services. But you know, we got to give it some patience. It is relatively newer technology. For internet, usually it's the Coax and the one that plugs into the wall. But yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think about it. T-Mobile 5G home internet is something new. I guess it's cool, something new. Let me know what y'all think. Good to see y'all. Peace out. Take care.